They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. As if they make the wrong move and coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like, damn, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Sabe got this bitch off the hand, got the juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, it's assault. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. As if they make the wrong move and coach shit. Hey. One way, one way, one way, one way, one way. Coming up on my I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settle and see. You locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's One West. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause there's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum. Got you fuckers scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drum, black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. They was doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit, Lil. I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all steppin', kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS, a mean right. That's mean, right? We build different, you know the vibes. And we something authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoking, so we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym. These niggas better move and coach. Cause if they make the wrong move and coach. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. I'm on my way. Coming up on my divorce.
Till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical. Guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team up all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since. All the dominance of one West rising to prominent. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupon for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper been as proper since the teeny bopper, but now I'm growing them off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when the heat's on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had a nigga spin like a tire, down the deep, and I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because U.P.K. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we run it, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till them do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine in. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rate for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told him I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns and butter, baby boy. U.P.K top, dawg. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that econ line van to a damn tank. I got choppers stashed in the attic like they Anne Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See him throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine in. I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the dust, straight to glory. Backstage.
Yeah, nigga. Fake ass nigga.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about? Hey,
If that nigga won't war, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named the Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bought it. U.P.K, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. U.P.K too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All they niggas wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the sorrow and I show her. She could never get a priest hoeing. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass touring. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. And a sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bit muggin'. I say, if that nigga won't war, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. U.P.K too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't none of me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, the clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating why the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you're scoring off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. U.P.K play for keys, nigga. Commander General get a damn order, but ain't nothing me to damn kill you. I was talking his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close comeback. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't war, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named the Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. U.P.K too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Backstage.
All right, clap it up. Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shai, to all the brothers. Yahweh Shamar El Tham, Yahweh Shai, to all the sisters. This is the Tuesday Brotherhood class. I.S.U.P.K started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yahanna. I'm Police Officer 50 Mawasar. And tonight's topic is we are not Americans. We are God's chosen people.
That's right.
And before we get started, first, I would like to give big ups and clap it up for the KC4. You know, and we are not Americans. And it seems like we got these purple sissies running around wanting to be Americans. You know, they call themselves being priests and prophets of the Most High, but they're not. They're not. That is what they did was very unbrotherly.
That's right.
And it seems like they want to be Americans, just like the Pharisees want to be Romans. Either you're an Israelite or you're not. And with that, we can prove that we are God's chosen. He chose us to be a holy people. Young man Abishai.
Come on, sir.
Can you pick me up at Deuteronomy 7:6?
Come on, sir. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Right. And we are a holy people. And that the Most High, he's telling us himself that he has chosen us to be a special people unto himself. So why would you want to be an American? Why would you want to help these heathens destroy our people? That don't make no sense. And anybody that agrees and goes along with them purple cats, you have that same filthy, unbrotherly spirit that they got.
Right.
Can you read that again for me?
Come on. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Stop right there. And we are a holy people. Holy means separate. We are not together with these heathen nations, and we're not supposed to be together with these heathen nations.
That's right.
So why would you want to try to join yourself to them? You are not Americans. You are not we the people.
That's right.
You are an Israelite.
Come.
The Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians who make up the 12 tribes of Israel.
Come.
And with that, if you could keep reading.
Come. Verse 7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people. For ye were the fewest of all people.
Right. Slakia, go ahead.
Come on. But before,
hold on, Slakia. Who's on the conference call? Y'all about something outside about the stuff. Hey, Shalom Lord of Christ. How you doing, warrior?
Hey, Shalom Lord of Christ. Look, you bringing out a heavy point. Just getting into that scripture you getting into, man. Like black people, black people should not want to be American, because do you know what America has done to you for 400 years?
Right.
Beat you down, strip you down, took everything from you. You don't even know who you don't even know who the hell you is. And you want to call yourself a damn American?
Right.
Or you want to be connected to America? You have to be. It's like it's a mental illness, it seems like, with our people. Why would you want to be connected with a people that has always destroyed you? You know what I'm saying? So I just thought that was whatever you was bringing out.
Hey, the water. Excellent. Hey, and you know what? And you are so right. I mean, you look at it. If we're Americans, and if they were our brothers and sisters, then young girls like Latasha Harlins.
That's right.
She would still be alive.
Come.
Rodney King would have not got beat down, and that happened around the same time, right there out there in California, back in 1991.
Come.
You know, George Stibbe would still be alive. Go ahead.
This Officer Sean checking in.
How about some y'all shy Brakatha? How you doing, Adawan?
Doing too well. I see you doing too well. Good to see you up there on that podium.
Khan, my first time teaching.
If you don't mind, I want to piggyback off what you're saying. You know what Officer Marshall was saying as well. You know, real heavy topic that you're bringing out here on your first class, and it made me think about the day I went to my daughter's award program at the primary school.
Right.
You know, she's in the first grade or whatnot, and when we got there, they had everybody stand up and not everybody, because I understand, but I say 98% of the people stood up in there to do the Pledge of Allegiance, and and out of the people that was in there, 90% of them were Black and Hispanic.
Wow.
And I'm like, all these people were standing up doing it. And I'm like, you pledging your allegiance to the people that stole your land.
Right.
You pledge your allegiance to the people that raped, robbed, and murdered. You know, your complete culture and your family members. I mean, I'm like, they to this day they still haven't grasped and got the concept of, you know, what they're actually pledging their allegiance to. You pledging your allegiance to the nation that destroyed you.
Exactly.
And you had the audacity to talk about like Martin Luther King and stuff. You pledge your allegiance to the people to the nation that destroyed them. They destroyed it. They killed that man. You know, you talk about Sandra Bland. You pledge your allegiance to the authority that killed that woman. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. Pedophilia, all these different things that destroy our people. You know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, because you don't pledge your allegiance to God, the Most High God, and the oppressor, and you look up to the oppressors to be your God. You know, that's what got us in the state that we're in right now.
Con. That's a very heavy point, and you are surely right. Go ahead.
Y'all man Brian checking in.
Y'all about to show me outside about the thought.
Y'all about to check the thought.
How you doing, Warrior?
I'm doing good. I don't want just, you know, I'm trying to stay afloat.
I hear you.
Hey, Shalom to Christ.
Shalom, Lord of Christ. Anyone else chimed in?
Hey, Shalom, y'all. This officer, y'all wrong.
Y'all about to show me outside about the thought. Officer, y'all wrong. How you doing tonight, Adawan? Doing 2 hours, sir.
Damn right. Go ahead, teach your class.
Down with Khan. Hey, it's the water to everyone that chimed in on the conference call. I appreciate that. And if you could, put your phones on mute. And you already know. You got any comments or questions or want to bring any precepts out, you just chime in whenever you want, whenever you're ready. Well, yeah, you know, all this filthy wanting to be Americans. Do you know how filthy America is? You know how disgusting this place is? I mean, and you want to run around talking about you Americans. Don't you know that all these heathens are coming together against you?
Right.
They don't care about you. They do not love you.
That's right.
Because if they did, once again, a lot of our brothers and sisters would not be getting beat down in these streets. We would not be getting killed. So we'll praise.
Shalom and Christ.
Well, Salak, if I could.
Go ahead.
Salak, if I could, real quick, just to add on to your point, like, it's been dumbed down to where, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we know we getting killed. We know we getting put in prisons and jails and stuff like that.
Right.
If we say we Israel, you want to take our whole fucking life. You want to take our whole livelihood from us.
Right.
You want to take away our way of living from us. Just because we are finding out who we are.
Right.
Like, that makes no sense. It really makes it don't really make a whole lot of sense. So I say it's a lot, y'all know.
You're right. You sure enough, right. Go ahead. Y'all about to show me outside about the thought. How you doing, Adawan? Tawad. All right, I got you down. Young man Abishai.
Come.
If you could, finish up 7 for me.
Come. Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people.
And you know something, like everybody running around on all these little fake Israelite camps, little groups, These little purple sissies running around thinking that, oh, numbers. Man, forget those numbers. Numbers don't mean a damn thing. He did not choose us because we were great in number. He did not choose us because we was, how do you say, greater in mass than any other nation.
Right.
You know? And all this numbers games don't mean squat. I mean, look at Kentucky 8. Now we got the Kansas City 4.
Right.
Once again, give them a hand once again.
That's right.
You know, the Lord requires men like that, men like an I.S.U.P.K. The men who stood up against these sissies. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because we know in the I.S.U.P.K. we real men. So 4 of my brothers took down 20 men. We handled 20 chumps, man. That's what they are to me. They damn chumps, man. And
right.
The real brothers in the I.S.U.P.K. we the one that hold it down, man. They don't hold it down. You know what I'm saying? So that's heavy what you bring out right there. It's a lot.
It's a lot of excellent. And you sure enough right. I mean, and you look at it like, why would you even want to be in an unbrotherly group like that anyway? They are very unbrotherly. Young man Abishai.
Come.
If you could, pick me up at Deuteronomy 14:2.
Come. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14 and verse 2. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord has chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations that are upon the earth.
And once again, he's telling us again. He's letting you know that we are his chosen people. Once again, he's saying, for thou art an holy people, a separate people unto himself. I mean, come on, it can't get no more clearer than that. What more do you want the Most High to say? To let you know that you are his chosen people.
Come.
I mean, and we are above all nations. We're supposed to be above all nations. Why not? What's wrong with being above all these other nations? What's wrong with us being head of the earth? What's wrong with us running the earth, ruling this whole planet? I'll tell you what, these skies wouldn't be polluted, wouldn't be no so-called acid rain, what they call acid rain.
Right.
You know, all these animals, they wouldn't be running around trying to run from the oppressor.
Come.
You know? Read that for me one more time.
Come. Verse 2. Come. Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 2. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Stop right there. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. That's self-explanatory. Like, seriously, like, I mean, it don't get no better than that.
Right.
Let me be an Israelite and not no American. I don't even want to have nothing to do with America. I took my spirit out of America a long time ago. And I thank Commanding General Yahanna. Go ahead.
So, if I could real quick, in Leviticus 20 and 26, right? Just to kind of piggyback on what you're saying.
Right.
And this scripture says, and ye shall be holy unto me.
Right.
You shall be separate unto me. Not nobody else. Not no other nation, no religion, no none of that crazy stuff America makes up. You know what I'm saying? For I, the Lord, am holy. So I, the Lord, am holy. He's separate. He's saying it again.
Right.
I have severed you from other people. I have severed you from other people. If I cut my arm off, it's separate from my body.
You know.
I have severed you from other people, that ye should
Right.
That, to me, that's a heavy scripture just to say we separate from everybody else. We separate from all these religions. We separate from what everybody else does.
Con.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot.
Hey, the water for that. That was an excellent point. Very excellent point. And you know, while you want to join yourself to these other nations, the Most High in Jeremiah 51:56, you can read in Jeremiah 51:56, he requires a recompense.
That's right.
He said, I'm a God of recompense. Matter of fact, hey, look that word up for me. He said he's a God of recompense. He wants payback to these other nations for what they're doing to his children, for what they're doing to Israel, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians.
This is recompense out of the Oxford Dictionary. Make amends to someone for loss or harm suffered. Compensate.
Right. Go ahead.
Compensation or reward given for loss or harm suffered or effort made.
That's it. And wow, exactly. Because a lot of harm was done to Israel.
Right.
We have suffered and we have lost a whole lot. We lost families during slavery. We have been murdered, beat down, raped. I mean, boy, the Most High wants it.
Right.
You owe the Most High.
That's right.
Go ahead.
I got a precept for what you're saying about that recompense.
Go ahead.
This is the book of First Chronicles, chapter 17, verse 9, and it says, "Also, I will ordain a place for my people Israel, and will plant them, and they shall dwell in their place, and shall be moved no more. Neither shall the children of wickedness waste them anymore, as at the beginning." Verse 10, "And since the time that I commanded judges to be over my people Israel, moreover, I will subdue all thine enemies. Furthermore, I tell thee that the Lord will build thee an house." Saying that, the Lord's going to do all these things for us, but he's saying for Israel, he's not including no other nation, only the 12 tribes of Israel that he's going to do these things for. He's going to subdue all their enemies and the wickedness and the people that are doing all this wickedness to them in the earth today.
Right. Hey, so water for that. And we rightfully deserve to run this world, this whole earth. Hey, that's what he made us for. Hey, look, all these heathens, y'all want to join yourselves to them? I mean, you run around, you mad at your brother, mad at him for what? He going through the same thing you're going through. His ancestors came over here as slaves, just like our ancestors did. Your ancestors. I mean, look, the so-called Hispanic tribes. Look what they went through. They're still going through, just like we going through it today. I mean, you mad at your brother for what? Y'all mad at Abishai?
Come on, sir.
Hey, pick me up at 1 John 4:20.
Come. The book of 1 John, chapter 4, and verse 20. "If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar."
Stop right there. How you gonna say God? How you gonna say I love God, but you hate your brother? Ain't we in the image of God? You would hate your brother. What you hating your brother for? You mad at your brother for what? You hate your brother when you go sleeping with his woman. You hating your brother when you want to fight him just because he accidentally stepped on your shoes.
Right.
You don't even want to help your brothers and sisters that's homeless out here in the streets. Oh, but guess what? What you can do, it's easy for you to go fight your brother, to kill him, to sleep with his woman, to lie and to steal from him. You know, this is your brother though. So what you hating, what you mad at him for? What you hating him for? You claim that you love him, but your actions don't show it.
Right.
So thus worth, you are a liar.
Right.
You are lying when you say I love my brother. Go ahead.
Like if I could, you know, brothers hate brothers for a lot of things.
Right.
So what I see is like the workplace is the most hateful place for brothers to even deal with each other. The workplace, that white man is oppressing you so much, you'll say good morning to that to that oppressor, right?
Right.
But you won't even say good morning to your damn brother, man. You won't make sure your brother's straight. You won't even ask how his weekend was. You won't even ask nothing. But you'll go to that oppressor and act and be all up in his face. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot.
Council Water, you know what? And you are so right. You are so right. That's very heavy because it's like I had slaveries where I went to work, walk past a brother, you know, saying good morning. You know, they want to walk past like they got a chip on their shoulder against you, not saying, don't want to say nothing. Like, man, what's wrong with him? Like,
right.
You know, hell, I'm having a bad day. You think I want to be here? I'm having a bad morning too. Right. I don't want to be here either. But hey, look, I'm not gonna let that reflect at my job. I'm not gonna let that reflect, you know, how I treat my brother. Let me ask y'all, some of you, something. Have you ever stopped and thought about and asked yourselves, you know, hey, why am I treating my brother so wrong? When you see all these other heathen nations out here, the way they treat us, you never stopped and thought, hey, you know, what can let me change myself. Let me stop. Let me get an I.S.U.P.K and change so I can and learn to be a brother to my brother. Go ahead.
Khan, sir, Salaki, if I may, what you're saying is so heavy because that was one of the first things I realized I was doing wrong when I was coming into the truth.
Right.
I got a cousin, and me and him had a bunch of falling outs in terms of like finances, other stuff. Like he took money from me, got into it with my mother and my father and stuff like that. So I found myself like being real short with the brother. You know what I mean? I ain't want to tell her. I'll come into a room and everybody will say what's up, and I'll just make sure I'll dap up everybody but him. And some lame stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I don't deal with him like that. I don't deal with him. But coming into the truth, I realized like that's not the way to go. You know what I mean? That doesn't handle the situation, and I'm not getting anything from just not saying what's up to the brother. So I started, you know, dapping him up, you know, and everything. I won't do money business with him no more because I learned, you know what I mean? But that don't mean I can't be cordial with the brother. I can't break bread with the brother. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Matter of fact, you know, that's who was that? Was that that was a Peter asked Christ, wasn't it? How shall I be so my brother offend me? Right.
7 times 7.
Exactly. Hey, I feel you on that though. But you know, once you get in here, you learn to all that feelings and emotion and all that, what do you call that? Strife, right. Thank you, Sawada. Right. All that, you know, you learn to get rid of that.
Right.
You know, that ain't nothing but them demons up on you.
Right.
You know, get that spirit that is, you know, womanly.
Right. Khan.
So, but yeah, you know, you want to hate your brother, but you don't want to love, but you want to love God, but hate your brother. And that is, nah. I mean, your brother is the one that's going to have your back, or should have your back at least.
Right.
Because there's nothing like brotherhood. That's the strongest. That's how you say, brotherhood is a weapon, and that's the strongest weapon that we will ever have.
Right.
You know, look out for your brothers. I mean, I be seeing brothers and sisters on these trains. You know, when a homeless brother or sister be on a train, you know, hey, you got anything that I could eat? You got a couple of dollars that you can spare? And a lot of our people look at them like, nah, I ain't got, like, you just want to ignore them.
Right.
You know, or you'll say some bullshit like Slakia, like well, how did they get on the train? You know, how, like, there's plenty of ways you can sneak out of the train, get through the gate. You know, and it don't matter about that. It's your brother asking you for help. That's the main thing. Don't do it because it's a blessing or you blessing them or not. Do it because that's your brother and because they're asking for help. Don't hate your brother. By not helping your brother, you hating your brother. But you running around, oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, hallelujah. Oh, yeah. Oh, God is good all the time. You're talking about you damn Christians and you purple sissies and anybody else that's out there that's not in I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
That got that same spirit that they got.
That's right.
So, but yeah. Young man Abishai.
Come with Khan.
Go ahead, pick me up, finish that out.
Come with Khan. 1 John chapter 4 and verse 17.
Verse 20.
Verse 20. If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother whom he has seen, how can he love God whom he has not seen?
Right. You haven't even seen God, but you want to shout out Jesus. Oh, I love Jesus. I love God. Don't you know that we belong to God? In the beginning of the class, we just showed you that. You know, that's your brother is a man looking like you. Man going through the same thing you going. That so-called Negro out in them streets that's homeless, that needs your help. Why you hate them for what? Don't you know that you could be in that same situation at any moment?
That's right.
Because Georgia is a right to hire, right to fire state. They don't need no excuse to fire you.
Right.
And you might not be able to find a job. And next thing you know, all your stuff is in storage. You selling everything just to make it. Next thing you know, you out there homeless just like the next brother. Then what you gonna do? Go ahead.
Salaki Adawan. You know, yesterday I was at the post office. I went to the post office, and it was this brother. You know, he looked like he had fell on hard times, and he was asking for a couple of dollars, right?
Right.
So he can get him something. He said he wanted to get him something to eat. So I said, you know, I was on my way out the post office, so I gave him a 20, and I told him to go back in there and give me some change, and give me change for the 20, so I can give him a few dollars. So he went back in there. He went back in there and got change and brought me my change, and then I gave him a few dollars, right?
Right.
And then I went on back to my car, right? So when I got in the car, I looked after, a couple minutes, I looked over to my right, and it was this BMW truck, nice little BMW truck.
Oh,
and
man.
Listen, though, Adawan. And the brother was getting into the BMW truck. I kid you not. And I started, it came up, I started to roll the window down and say, give me my few dollars back. But then I thought about it and I said, just because he in a BMW truck don't mean he ain't doing bad though. Don't mean he still, just because you're in a truck don't mean that you still can be going through something. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
So I didn't you know, so I checked myself. I caught myself, and I you know, and I didn't, you know, I didn't think nothing. I didn't let that, you know, I didn't let that dwell on me. The fact that he was driving a nice car, because that don't mean nothing. You know, he still could have lost his job. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, but that spirit came upon me to ask for my money back. You know, and
Right.
but I had to check myself, though. I said no, because I don't know the situation. I don't know his situation.
Right.
You know, so I yield.
All right, I hear you, brother. You know, hey, ain't no telling. He might have been living out of storage. He might have been living out his vehicle.
Con, you never know.
Right.
You know, but I gave him a few dollars, though. You know, so
Most High Christ. All right, brother. Hey, look out for your brother. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Con.
But Khan, right. And you know, when you look at the description of Christ, you know, you looking at the description of you. And just because you haven't physically seen, just because you haven't physically seen God, that don't mean he ain't there.
Con.
You know, if you're gonna love him, then love your brother. You can't love God without loving your brother. That's all part and partial.
Come.
You know. But yeah, I mean Abishai. Oh, go ahead. Oh, go ahead. I mean Charles. I mean Slakia. Ra'ib.
God. Salakia, sir. If I may, just like 3 or 4 verses down from that, it kind of like sums up how you can't. This is the book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. So, Salakia, sir, it's like, if you love God, then you're keeping his commandments. And Christ said, you know, the greatest commandments is that you love God and your neighbor.
Right.
So if you're not loving your neighbor, if you're not loving your brother, you're not keeping the commandments. That's a simple commandment. That was the greatest commandment given. You know, all the rest of the commandments hinge on these. They hang on these. And that's the love for God and the love for your brother. So
right.
That's very important. That's a very heavy scripture. So. Wow.
Matter of fact, y'all met Abishai.
Come, sir.
Drop that. Pick us up at John 15 and 12.
Come.
Glad you brought that out.
The book of John, chapter 15 and verse 12. This is my commandment, that ye love one another, as I have loved you.
Right. He commanded us to love each other. And what you cats out here doing, all you purple sissies, and everybody, and all you Christians, and all you cats running around wanting to be what are Muslims? Who else? Muslims and what else? Buddha. Anybody name anything else? Christian, that you know, everybody want to be Christians, Buddha, Muslims, what else?
Rastafarians.
Right, Rastafarians.
All right, spiritual.
Right.
But I'm spiritual.
Go ahead.
Scientology, you got the Scientology folks in there.
Right. Right. You know, and he commanded us. And when you get, he commanded us to love each other. And when you get into all these other different religions and doctrines, all that goes out the window. Because what the Muslims do, they kill their own brother.
Right.
You know, they kill their own brother. And what does all these other doctors teach you? And what does all these other religions and all these other doctors don't love your brother, especially the Christian church?
Right.
They're not going to teach you to love your brother. They're not going to break down these scriptures.
Come.
Go ahead.
Salaki, sir. I realize that the Christian church more so teach love as a feeling. So if I feel
Right.
for you, then that's me loving you versus me doing for you.
Right.
Is how I can love you. Because I tell my rib this all the time, like love is an action word. Because if I tell you I love you and I feel like I love you, but I beat on you all the time, are you gonna feel loved? Are you gonna think that you are loved?
Exactly.
So it's an action word that's what the Christians don't show you. They don't show you that, oh, you have to do for your brother, like you said, give him a few dollars, like young man Abishai said, versus, oh, I feel sorry for him, I love him. And then they keep it pushing, like that's all they gotta do is, oh, I feel for you. I'm sending prayers for I'm praying for you,
right.
You and your family. They feel like they done their part.
Right. Pray about it.
Right.
God will take care of it. God will handle it.
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna let Jesus take the wheel.
That's right.
right, exactly. But he commanded us, love each other.
Right.
Come.
As I have loved you. And we're not doing that. We got to do that. Come on now. I mean, I've seen brothers accidentally back up to another brother or sister. They turn around, they play, hey, look, I'm sorry. But you want to turn around and still argue with this man. They still want to get mad, like, that don't make no sense. Make it make sense. We're supposed to love and care about each other, and we're not doing that. We got to do all that, boy. All that want to be a heathen, following the heathens and doing what they do. We are not Americans. We are not we the people.
Right.
This right here, this is our Constitution.
That's right.
This is our we the people.
That's right.
God's we the people.
Right.
You want to talk about being a we the people? You want to be we the people? You want to be a part of being we the people? Be an Israelite, we the people.
That's right.
Start following these laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
So if I could jump in there real quick.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's crazy that you say that, because the Bible is our Constitution, like you said. It tells us to just love our people. Like, I don't understand why that's so hard. But if you look at the Constitution of America, that America does, it tells you to love everybody else except Blacks, Hispanics, and Native people.
Exactly.
It tells you, what's the 13th Amendment like? We can go to jail and we still slaves.
Right.
Everything else tells you to love everybody else except the Bible tells you to love your own people. Everybody else got their own thing that's telling them about that. When it comes to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native people, why we can't understand that we just supposed to love us? You know what I'm saying? So, SHALAM.
Right, exactly. That's a very heavy point. Why can't we love ourselves? Especially, we can't even love ourselves without some controversy. Like, we can't claim to be an Israelite. We can't claim to love our own people. Oh, why are you so racist? Why are you so prejudiced? Oh, I hate that you're racist and prejudiced.
Right.
Go ahead.
There's a heavy point what you bring out right now, because the reason why they say all that stuff, because they're not righteous. And I got a few precepts I want to bring out.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 37. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungry, and we fed thee? Asking questions. Or thirsty, and gave thee drink? Verse 38. When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in? or naked and clothed thee? Verse 39. Or when we saw thee sick or in prison and came unto thee? We know people with the spirit like these purple people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's that Christian spirit, because you know they ain't out here trying to feed no homeless. They got the same spirit of those devils and I say those Christians that was on that subway that choked their brother out because he was asking for food and drink.
Exactly.
That's that IUIC type spirit.
Right.
And it says, verse 42, for I was hungry, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me not in. Naked, and ye clothed me not. Sick, and in prison, and ye visited me not. We know that type of Christian spirit, you know, they hate the poor. God, the Most High God, He loves the poor, and He loves the one that looks out for the poor. And we know the people with that IUIC type spirit, hell, they snitches. You know what I'm saying? They want to lock God chosen people up. They don't want to help God chosen people. They got the same spirit as their oppressor. That's why you can see why people like Nate or American law officials, because we know who the slave patrol really are. We know who they really are. And last one, verse 45. Then shall ye answer them, saying, this is what the righteous saying, Christ. Verily I say unto you, and as much as ye did it not to one of the least of these, you did it not to me. We know if Christ was here today, and Christ we know Christ wasn't a wealthy man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If IUIC saw Christ homeless on the ground, wanting food, they would walk right past him, or they would do what they did back then, betray Christ and try to send him to jail. You know what I'm saying? Christ had a warrant on him.
Exactly.
That's the type of spirit that they have. They would do that to Christ at the same way they do our brothers and sisters out here on the street today. That's why they're not loved everywhere they go. It's a lot.
Exactly. That's a very heavy point. I like that. The water for that, Adawan. And man, boy, you ain't never lying about that. I mean, and it's like these sissies, they're so unbrotherly to the point where Commander General Yahanna had brought it out last night. You know, this brother, he talking about our sister deserve to be spit on because she backing her man and because she could back in the KC4. Like, brother, do you know how wicked that is?
Right.
You know how filthy and disgusting to want to spit on somebody is? Nigga, please, you ever talk about spitting on my sister, my brother.
Right.
Because you're nothing but a bunch of homosexual, what do you call it? A homosexual harem.
Right.
You're running around sleeping with sissies, trainees, each other, passing your women around like a bunch of whores. Ain't no telling where your mouth been and what it's been on. You talking about giving my sister a death sentence. Because ain't no telling what type of germs, disease that you're carrying. You got to be the most filthiest, nasty, disgusting, unbrotherly boy. I'm kind of, let me chill for a second. But yeah, that right there, Matt, right. I was about to say some things I want. But yeah, you know, that is so disgusting.
Right.
Why would you even think of something like that? You know who does that? You know who thinks of stuff like that? This is how you know that they got that spirit of the Pharisees. Because the Pharisees had that same spirit of the Romans. And it's just like them then, just like today, they got that spirit of America. Esau, the oppressor, he always want to spit on somebody. Go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of I could. That's heavy with what you brothers bringing out. And if I could just bring up this one scripture, before I got to get up out of here. It says in Matthew 18:6, it said, "But whosoever shall offend one of these little ones,
Right.
which believe in me." These little ones, we believe in the Most High. We follow the Most High.
That's right.
You come to the I.S.U.P.K, you're gonna follow the Most High. We're gonna hold to that. And then it says, "It was better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck.
That's right.
He would drown at the depths of the sea."
Right.
So you touch my people, man. You touch my brother that's following something, and you're not holding to that. It's a sad day for you. So it's a lot.
Hey, give that brother a hand.
Yeah, get that brother a hand.
Hey, for real. Hey, and you ain't never lying about that. That's going to be a very bad day because you think that we're going to just stand around and just let you spit on our sister?
Mhm.
Huh. No. No, no, no. No, man.
If I could, real quick, I don't want to jump on the topic of the subject or whatever.
Go ahead.
But I mean, that was very heavy for a brother. We won't even let you take a chair from us, nigga. You think you finna spit on somebody?
Hey, you know what? For real, you ain't never lying about that. You said a mouthful, then. I mean, come on now. Soon as you touched that chair, the brothers was on you like white on rice. And to turn around and talk about spitting on our sister, man, you boy, hey, you know what? You would have made it 3 times as hard on yourself. Because that thought right there shouldn't even been a thought. Period. No man, Abishai.
Come on, sir.
Pick hit me, give me 13. John 15:13.
Come. Book of John, chapter 15 and verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
No, for his enemies.
For his friends.
No, for the heathens.
For his friends.
For the Ishmaelites.
For his friends.
His friends. It didn't say these heathens. It didn't say your enemies, who is the oppressor, who is the Asians, the Elamites, or the Middle East, or whatever you want to call them. It says your friends. And who are your friends? Your friends is your brothers.
Come.
Especially your brothers right here in the I.S.U.P.K. Your brothers is who you see every day out in these streets. That's your brothers. But when you get in this I.S.U.P.K. and you do the work of the Most High, that's your friends. That's your family. You know, y'all need to come walk through these doors, man, for real. Now is the time for you to get in I.S.U.P.K. And if you don't want to do that, and you still want to have that homosexual purple people spirit, hey, Lord be with you. Because there's no reason for you not to be up in here. Your friends, this is my friends. Every brother on this conference call. Napash Kaya, Ma'asha Allah, Officer Gashan, Officer Young Man Bryant, Makalat, Yaram. These are my friends. This is who I will lay my life down for.
Right.
Every man, woman, and child in this nation, in this I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General Yahanna, he's building up a nation, and these are the people that I will die for.
Come.
These are the people I will fight for. And that's a greater love. He just told you that's a greater love. This is Christ himself telling you. So you mean to tell me that you hate Christ, that you hate your brother so much that you'll go against this? Against his commandment that we love one another? I mean, look the way he loved it. He showed the greatest love of all. He was tortured and slain upon a cross. You know, so now what? All right. I mean, to lay your life down for your friends, man, that's, boy, you know, don't drop your sword. The generals, the captain, and any man in I.S.U.P.K who has not dropped their sword, that's who I want as my friends.
Right.
My family. That's who I want to stand by. Young man Abishai.
Khan.
Pick me up at 14.
Khan. Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you.
Read that again.
Khan. Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you.
Once again, it's Christ again. Ye are my friends if you do as I command you. He's commanding us to be friends. He's commanding us to love one another.
Khan. Salakia, sir.
Right. Go ahead.
I got a precept for that.
Go ahead.
Khan. Book of John, chapter 13 and verse 35. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another.
Right. And that's how you know these other fake Israelite groups, that's how you know they're not Christ's disciples. They don't love one another. They don't even love their own people. I doubt if they love each other in their own little, their own little group.
Right.
They probably, hey, look, the way that they treat their people is probably the same way they probably treat each other. Probably the same way they treat their family members. That's probably, you know, hey, look, one thing I can say, I know in I.S.U.P.K, we love one another. We give a damn about one another. You know, you can always go to your brother. If you have an art with your brother, you know, you can always go with your brother. Go to your brother and talk to him. There is no way that you should be out here running around talking about, oh, I'll call the cops. I'm going to have you locked up, 30 shekels.
Right.
The same way you did Christ. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir, even worse yet. Talking about he's got a gun.
Right.
That's
right.
Crazy.
A cell phone.
Salakia.
You talking about you got a gun.
Come.
You know, in a sense of purple faggots, see, they love that. They love them numbers. And so what if a brother did call other surrounding schools and they showed up? Since y'all love numbers so much, see, this is how you know that they're a bunch of cowards. Y'all going by numbers until the numbers equal your numbers. And as soon as their numbers equal your numbers, as soon as our numbers equal your numbers, I guarantee you will back down. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir. If I may, it was on Clubhouse, Captain Gadagabar was saying that they were out there the week before.
Oh, wow.
Nearly as antagonistic when they had 10 men. You know, it was 10 versus 4 the week before, so they ain't popped nothing off.
Right.
Until they've got 20
We
more
go, right.
brothers out there. So now 30
Wow,
is good
right.
for. Now we can pop it off.
You're
Now we
right.
can touch chairs. Now we can move
Oh,
speakers. Now we can behave like that.
right.
Because, you know, 10 against 4, and you talk about cap over y'all, like all of our brothers, 4 of our brothers against 10 of theirs. Oh yeah, that would be more fair. You know what I mean? Versus they had to wait till they got 30, and then they was like, okay, now.
Oh, you coward! Oh man, that bad bunch of cowards.
Oh, kind of
oh my God! I did not know that.
He said it on Clubhouse a few days ago.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to pull that up. I'm gonna have to check that out. All right. The water. Wow. Look at that. They had to wait till they got their numbers up.
Right.
I.S.U.P.K, home of the truth.
That's right.
No cowards.
That's right.
Yeah, well, hey, look. Y'all need to change that purple to yellow or green, something.
Oh, God.
You know, I used to like the color purple. That was one of my favorite colors. Now it's
bad taste.
Right,
So.
exactly. Well, yeah, let's get back to these scriptures.
Okay.
All right. You know what? Matter of fact, y'all man Abishai.
Come.
Pick me up at Zephaniah 2:1.
Come, sir. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse
Is it
1.
God.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Right. And we are the nation not desired. And we should be gathering together. And there shouldn't be no separation. But, you know, you got cats out here, you know, they want to do their own thing because they don't want to follow or, you know, I ain't following no man. I ain't following no man. Christ was a man. Moses was a man. Every priest and prophet in the Bible was a man, and we follow them.
That's right.
Why? Because of the Most High told us to. Because that's who he put in charge. Just like he put Commanding General Yahanna in charge of the nation of Israel right now.
That's right.
You know, that's where the formation of I.S.U.P.K was so important in 1969. Matter of fact, 1969, hell, that should be a national holiday for us. Hell, for real. That should 125th Street should be a national monument for Israel.
Right.
That whole building should be what they call that? A memorial, right? To where you can't even tear that building down. Historic site, right? The water, historic site. You know, because hey, look, without that, hey, thank God for Commanding General Yahanna and all the men that came before him. You know, all the original 7 heads, boy, saved my life. I never thought I'd be sitting in this chair. I never thought I'd be a priest or prophet in the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
You know, hey, look, and I know I can do it. I know you can do it. I know. Hey, look, I was out there as a drug addict. I wasn't selling drugs. I was on the opposite side.
Right.
I was on the opposite side. Hey, look, Most High in Christ, he pulled me up from that. I paid for it. I caught hell out there in them streets.
Right.
You know, hey, look, I owe the nation of Israel. I owe the Most High, I owe Christ. I owe Commanding General Yahanna, all the generals, all the men above me. You know, I ain't talking about America. Damn America. I'm not a no American. I'm an Israelite.
Right.
You know, and I know who I owe. And I owe this nation. Go ahead.
Most High in Christ, that's a heavy testimony there. You know, I just want to bring out a precept.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 8, verse 21. It's Christ speaking. And he answered and said unto them, my mother and my brethren are these which hear the word of God and do it. You know, your family right here in the I.S.U.P.K, man, the ones that hanging in here in the truth with you, they hear the word of the Most High God. They're keeping these laws, statutes, commandments. They're trying to endure to the end. That's your real family. They're spiritual, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We your real family, man. We the blood of your bone. I mean, we the bone of your bone, flesh of your flesh. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. Exactly. That's heavy out of the water for that. Anything else? The shot.
Nah, that was it. That was it.
Oh, okay. Hey, the wild Khan. You know, hey. And you know, oh God, one more. Khan, and you know what? And because, you know, we gathering ourselves together right here in the I.S.U.P.K, that statement, what Officer Gashan just brought out is so true. It's so heavy because it's so true. This is my brothers. This is my sisters. This is my nieces, my nephews, blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone, all that. So, yeah, you know, hey, look, this is a very mighty, powerful family right here that you talking about coming against. And don't think that the Most High is going to stand for that.
Come.
I mean, because this right here, this I.S.U.P.K, this is where you need to be. Young man Abishai.
Come.
Read that for me one more again.
What book and what chapter and verse again?
Zephaniah 2:1.
Come, sir. Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation, not desired.
And we are not desired. That's why we got to gather ourselves together unto each other. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We are not desired by no other nation on this planet. Oh, yeah. They love to have us around and make money off our backs.
Right.
They don't mind having us around and, hey, look, entertain us.
Right.
You know, hey, come work for us. You know, they steal our ideas. They steal, you know, they go get patents for our ideas. Especially, oh my God, especially the oppressor. And the main one that was known for that, Thomas Edison. He was very well known for that.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, there was an inventor named Nikola Tesla. He was always stealing his inventions, his ideas. And then because what it was, he didn't have the money to go get the patent. So Edison, you know, he came from a rich family. He had money to go get a patent. So he would take that, pay that man little to nothing, go get the patent and say it was his invention. That's why everybody thinks that he's just this great inventor, and which he's not. He's just a thief, just like the rest of his people.
That's right.
That's all he is. And all Esau has is tricks, lies, and anything that's a criminal, anything that he can do as a criminal activity to get away with it. We can't do that because we belong to the Most High. We are not Americans. We are God's chosen people. Hey, look, we can't go out there and commit no crime and get away with it. You see it all the time. Hey, you know, so stop trying to be an American. Stop trying to be something you're not. Stop trying to be part of this society. For what? Because look, all these other nations, they coming together. We in World War III right now. they come together upon their own. Battle lines are being drawn.
That's right.
You know, so hey, look, they picking sides right now. And brother, what you gonna do, Black Hispanic Native American Indian man? What you gonna do? Because they're not gonna accept you. Think not that they're gonna accept you. Little Billy and little Johnny, that you think is your friend, when it comes down to it, hey, they're gonna choose their own people.
That's
While
right.
y'all run into these stores laughing and joking with Haji. Welcome to Quickie Mart. How you doing? Oh, my brother. No, when that time comes and it comes down to it, guess what? They're choosing their own people. So we got to gather ourselves together in brotherhood. We got to strengthen ourselves up. Go ahead.
What's going on?
How about Shabbat? Everything's too sir. How you doing?
Hey, look, it's a glorious time right now for me because I'm proud of this powerful brother who's teaching right now. So I just want to say to you, I saw you come in the door and see you up there in that podium now. That is powerful, and I'm proud of y'all.
Sawada.
If I could.
Go ahead.
So what you're bringing out is so powerful about letting it be known that we are not Americans, that we're God's chosen. You said something earlier, and it started off as the lyrics of a song where it says, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I want to get the man who died, who made that right for me. And when I hear that, when I think about this class, and I think about that song, it makes me that much more sick. It makes me want to vomit because we think that these soldiers have gone and died for us, when actually Yahanna is the only one who died for us. These devils didn't die for us. They died so they could try to keep us in slavery.
Right.
They died for our freedom because we're still not free. So when you say you're American, it lets me know not only are you think you're American, but it lets me know that you're a coon and that you know nothing.
Exactly. And that is so heavy. It is so right. Because when they was fighting for their freedoms, when they were fighting to keep us in slavery, you know, hey, look, even Lincoln said it. Lincoln did not care about if we were still slaves or not. All he cared about was preserving the Union. And before him, you had Washington. You had, who was it? It was Washington, Samuel Adams, and all of them, Benjamin Franklin. You know, when they was writing the Constitution and all that, we the people. We are not we the people. We were we the slaves.
Right.
So for you to sit up here and still want to be American, you know, keep up with the Joneses, forget my brother. And that's why it was so heavy when Officer Hadar had brought up about these rich Negroes. Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, who else? Will Smith, and all these other Oprah Winfrey, and all these other celebrities, these entertainers and athletes. You know, hey, look, as long as I'm a good boy, hey, look, America will love me. Did they love OJ? OJ did the same thing. Well, did they love OJ? Bill Cosby, did they love him?
Right. Shalaki, Adawan.
Go ahead.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
And like you saying, you know, just to piggyback off of that, what you're saying, you know, when Shalaki, when the shit hit the fan, you just another nigga to them, you know, and you disposable. So I wanted to bring out this precept, Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 33.
Hold on, let me get there with you.
Kanaman Khan, sir.
You said Jeremiah?
Kanaman Khan, Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 33.
Go ahead.
Kanaman Khan. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Wow. And you know what? You shouldn't have right about that. Good precept.
Come on.
Because you look at it, they did refuse to let us go. That's what the Civil War was about.
Right.
You know, the South, they went, hey, look, we got the freedom to have slaves. We want our slaves. The North Side was like, oh, no, we can't have you have more power than us. We want that same power. You know, so, hey, look, they didn't want us to, when we was in captivity, and physical captivity, that is, out there picking cotton, getting beat, whipped, they did not want to let us go. They did not know. We don't want to let our slaves go. Hell, that's why anytime you had a slave that was free or that ran away, you had cats out there, bounty hunters, out there hunting us down, bringing us back. Even when we was free, they would still go up. They would still go up north or wherever we was at. You know, they would still come. Go ahead.
It's like Adawan. Don't forget to mention that they would cut your foot off.
Right. To keep you from running.
Con.
Exactly. You know, so it's like, no, they boy. What's going on out here with this lack of brotherhood? And all you that's coming against I.S.U.P.K, boy, hey, look. In the end, when it's all said and done, why not listen to them brothers? Them crazy niggas on the corners, all that yelling and screaming. Why they so angry? Why ain't you angry? Go ahead.
Like a heavy point that you make, you know, basically all we're doing is trying to warn them. You know,
right.
It's just like, you know, we were talking earlier, you know, about, you know, how they pledged their allegiance to this country, to this flag, to America, and not to the Most High God. You know,
right.
It's just like they've been beaten into submission to the point where they love an abusive relationship. You know, it's just like, you know how many Christian churches, even these Baptist churches, they got American flags inside their churches,
right?
Or a flag pole, or a flag, or American flag pole outside the church. That American flag, that is the KKK flag. That is their flag.
Exactly.
I mean, these are the same devils. These are the same people that were burning crosses outside your churches and stuff while you in church having Bible study or prayer or prayer meetings and stuff like that, gunning you down, you know, when you ran out of church screaming for your lives and stuff, you know, arresting you and burning your churches down. But these same people in this same flag, you pledge your allegiance to it. I mean, it's just like it's just like they've been trained to love an abusive relationship with these people and they don't want to separate from them.
Right.
And they're thankful for it. And it's just like the 12 tribes of Israel, we the most important people in the Bible.
Exactly.
No Christian church will talk about the 12 tribes of Israel just because of that fact. Because they love this country. They love their oppressors. You know, it's just like they got to please his lust. He has a lust to rape, rob, and murder you. And these pastors believe that they have to fulfill that lust. You know, and that's why they can't stop pledging their allegiance to it. Fly.
Right, exactly. And you know, and the biggest thing is because it won't profit them. It does not profit them at all. They do not want to tell their congregation the truth. Because they know if they do, and them Christians find out that all along that it's actually that what I.S.U.P.K has been bringing out since 1969 is true. Well, hey, they don't want to lose that money.
That's right.
They don't want to lose that money.
That's right.
Let's see. And because of that, that's another way that they hate their brother. You know, and especially these fake Israelite groups, you know, they're just angry. They're just angry against their own people, against their own brother. What? Why? I have no idea. Young man Abishai,
Come.
if you could pick me up at Matthew 5:22.
Come, sir. Book of Matthew, chapter 5.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir.
I was just gonna say why he was putting that scripture, why he was looking for it. I was just gonna say, is it like we all have a common, all the tribes of Israel, we have a common enemy out here in this world.
Right.
And, it's just like we rather be called American than Israelite. It's just like, we just like the people in the world feel like they get some type of gain off that. Maybe
right.
We in the oppressive kingdom or something right now that they got this go along to get along type spirit.
Right.
But you go to church every Sunday. Some people out here got the zeal to actually want to follow the Most High God, and they go to church faithfully every Sunday. But you still rather be called an American than an Israelite according to the Bible. And
exactly.
We're the one in Deuteronomy 28:6-8 that were put on the slave ship. We talk about a slave ship come up in a conversation every day across the country, probably every 5 seconds. But you still rather be called an American than an Israelite that were put on a slave ship.
Exactly. You'd rather be an American than an Israelite, which is so true. And with that being said, it's like, I think I'll do better if I call myself an American. I think I'll get farther. You got Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians out here. They will deny who they are just to make it in American society, just to keep up with the Joneses, just to get that car, that house, that furniture, all the materialistic things. And it can't be just any car. It got to be a Mercedes, a BMW. It's got to be a big boy. It's got to be, big boy. I got to do big boy style. I got to give me if I can't get a mansion, I want to get close to a house being a mansion. So let me deny who I am. Let me deny everything. My culture, my way of living. Let me not follow the law, statute, and commandments. Let me do it the oppressor way.
Right.
If I bow down and I kiss the oppressor's butt, and I shine it up real good for him. I can get somewhere. I can be somebody. I can be a productive citizen in this society. Young man Abishai.
Come.
Hit me up at Matthew 5:22.
Come, sir. The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 22. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment.
Stop right there.
Come.
Be angry with your brother without just cause. Who would that sound like? Who does that sound like?
Salaki.
Go ahead.
If I may, the oppressor.
Right. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Salaki, that sound like I.S.U.P.K.
Exactly. Right.
That's the one.
How can we just warning you that you fall into homosexual. I mean, how can you feel that a homosexual can lead you to salvation? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. When the Most High.
You mad at us for trying to warn you about what you're actually following.
Right.
Different from the rest of these Christians out here. You know what I'm saying? Salaki.
Exactly. Point well taken. You know, and that's all you are. You ain't nothing but a Christian. Because a Christian, they hate their brother too, without a cause. All because you want to be like the oppressor. You want to follow the oppressor. You want to follow America. And guess what? America don't like you. They hate you without a cause. They hate you just because of your skin color, they hate you. They hate the way you walk, the way you talk. They hate you because they can't be like you, because they can't do the things that you do. Deep down inside, they ain't gonna admit it, but it's true. Because you're right, because you can run faster, because you're stronger, because you're more musical, athletic, smarter.
Right.
I mean, hey, all the inventions that you see today proves that. The only thing they did was just steal it from you and try to make out like, oh yeah, such and such invented this. Just like they whitewashed all them dark paintings during the Renaissance era. That's the only thing they did with these inventions. They whitewashed these inventions to make it out like they invented them. That's all they do. The white man ain't nothing but a trickster. That's it. Go ahead.
Salaki, you took the word right out my mouth. That's all he is, a trickster, because the true America knows that we God chosen people.
Exactly.
But he's such a devil, and and he is of his father the devil. He is a liar because he's been a liar since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no. I'm just paraphrasing scripture. It ain't no truth in him, but he knows. The real America knows that we're God chosen people. But since we want to follow a deceiver, a trickster, hey, we're gonna be stuck on under this bottom until we come into this truth.
Exactly. And the sooner we can get it together and become brothers and treat our brothers the way decent and respect and with honor, the way we should, and look out for each other, hey, we gotta be in this situation, man. We gotta come together. We gotta do better than this so that Christ can return, so that we can get in our own kingdom, so we can get up out of here, man. I'm waiting for the destruction of this place, of every heathen kingdom on this planet. All this planet, we should be ruling it. I want to rule it. Don't you want to rule it?
Right.
And you out here being mad at your brother for nothing. All because to me, really, you trying to get you really want attention. That's what it is. Like a woman, you want attention. Pay attention to us. Pay attention to me.
Right.
Young man Abishai.
Come.
Continue.
Come, sir. Book of Matthew, chapter 5, and verse
22.
22.
Start from the beginning.
Come. But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment.
Right. And what's the judgment?
And whosoever shall say to his brother, Rakah, shall be in danger of the council.
Right.
But whoso
hold it right there. Right. You calling your brother a fool. You saying he foolish. I mean, you dissing your own brother for what? For no reason, without just cause. You talking about, oh, man, you a fool. You this, that, and you just like the heathens. You want to make you want to show out and dog your brother out just to show out in front of the heathens. And they don't give a damn about you. I remember one time when I stayed over in the over there by the West End. I was coming home from the slave one evening, and these two brothers, they was out in the parking lot arguing. So the little Middle East cat that was on the store, that was running the store, he's out there taking a break. He's smiling and laughing and recording it. And all the other brothers, they had a little Edomite woman around them, a little Edomite dog around them. Everybody else laughing and joking and, talking this, that, and the third. Like, really, like, this don't, like, he mad at his, what y'all fighting for? Over something stupid and petty. I bet you it is. But all the while, you got the little heathen, he's standing there on his phone recording, laughing. That's just a joke to him. And that's what we have become to these heathens. Is a joke. And the more you want to keep fighting and hurting and killing each other, they feel like they can do it. They do it to themselves, and we're foolish enough to fall for that, to say the same foolishness. Oh, well, niggas killing these niggas. We killing each other. But that is no excuse for them to do it to us. That's an act of war, really. You don't even want to forgive your brother. You'd rather fight your brother than to forgive him. When Christ commanded us to love one another.
That's right.
Finish that off, young man, Abishai.
Come on. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Rakah, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say, thou fool, shall be in danger of hell fire.
Right. Oh, yeah, because you will catch hell. And a lot of us catching hell right now. And I ain't talking about no underground like the Christians, like we've been taught.
Right.
Ain't no underground devil, red man walking around with a long pointy tail and pointy ears with a pitchfork. Go ahead.
Salaki, sir, I had a question, if I may. In this verse where it says, shall be in danger of the judgment, is that speaking of the final judgment or just a judgment at that time? Because then it says, and whoever shall say to his brother, Rakah, shall be in danger of the council. So is that like a trespass council? Is that like a minor judgment in essence, or is that the ultimate judgment?
Let me get back to you on that.
Come on.
I don't want to give you a definite because I don't know right now myself. Let me get back to you on that.
Come on. The water, sir.
I am the bar. All right. But yeah, don't call your brother a fool. And don't try to show out in front of the heathens. All because you want to be the man.
Right.
Because you want to be part of America. Because you want to get rid of who you are. You want to dumb down. You want to water down who you actually are. You're an Israelite, man. Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. You got some of you out here. You will even claim to be an Edomite just to make it in the entertainment business. Some of you will even brothers out here bleaching your skin. You sisters too. Walking around with all these different colors in your hair and having these blonde wigs and trying to get these color eye contacts. Well, don't you know that's a what do you call it? That's a curse. I'll just simply put it like that. That's a curse. That blonde hair that you see, these Edomites walking around, no, that's a recessive gene. That's what I'm looking for. That's a recessive gene. That's not even part of our culture. Y'all always want to run around and be the oppressor. For what? Just because we're in slavery, that don't mean we got to be slaves. Separate yourself from America. When I say separate, I'm talking about take your spirit out of America. Stop celebrating all these holidays, such as 4th of July, who else? Mother's Day, Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving. All that is highly irrelevant. We got our own high holy holidays in the Bible. Matter of fact, we got, what is it? Feast of First Fruits coming up. We got Memorial, the blowing of the trumpets. We got Passover that we just celebrated. These are the greatest holidays ever because they're all about you. Right. The Bible is about you. And for all you running around talking, oh, that's a white man's Bible. That's a white man's book. Tell you what, if that being the case, okay, say it is. Say it is his book. Say he wrote the book. Now, when you read the book, it's all about Israel. The Most High in Christ, therefore Israel only, right? That means we'll never get out of slavery, right? Because if Christ is white, the Most High is right, the angels is white, that means we'll never get out of slavery. If the Jewish man, if the Jewish man is the real Jews, we will never get out of slavery. Right. You know why? Because he's coming back for his people and his people only. That's why he's only coming back for them. The rest of us are going to be enslaved and destroyed and still be subject under them. When we could have them subject under us. What's wrong with Christ being a black man? What's wrong with being the real Israelites that the Bible speaks of? I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Right. Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
We got a precept.
Go ahead.
The book of Revelations, chapter 1 and verse 14.
Go ahead.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass.
Right.
As if they burned in a furnace. And his voice as the sound of many waters.
Exactly. That's describing Christ right there, letting you know that he's a black man.
Come on.
So if he's a black man and he came out of the seed of David, so what's that telling you? If he sprung up out of Judah through the seed of David, what's that telling you? That he's a black man.
Come on.
Let's see. We got time for one more scripture. Let me get one more scripture. Young man Abishai. Pick me up at Joel 2 and hold on for 1 second. 2 and 27.
Come on. The book of Joel, chapter 2
and 27.
And verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God.
Stop right there. Read that again.
Come on. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God.
Right. Your God, possessive.
Right.
He's in the midst of Israel. That's who you are. You are Israelite. You are God's chosen. You are not America's we the people. You are not Americans. You are an Israelite of the tribe of Judah, of the tribe of Issachar. Manasseh, Ephraim, Benjamin. Come on now. You got Simeon, Zebulon. Come on, Gad, Reuben, Manasseh, Asher, Naphtali, and who else? Issachar.
Come on.
You know, the so-called Hispanic tribes, the so-called Hispanics. Down in the West Indies. The West Indies, Guyana, the Caribbeans, Trinidad, Tobago. You know, you got all the Levites, the Benjamites. You know, come on, man. He's telling you, he's in the midst of Israel. He's in the midst of the I.S.U.P.K. right now.
Right.
Because we got all the tribes up in here right now, and we're trying to get more up in here.
Damn right.
But, well, I'll put it like this. We're trying to save our people.
That's right.
On time, sir.
We're trying to save as many as we can. And hopefully, the Most High will change his mind and save all of Israel. But in the meantime, between time, get in this I.S.U.P.K. Get counseling from these priests and prophets in the I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General Yahanna. And with that,
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Real quick, that was so heavy what you just said, Adawan. That was just beautiful. You know how you let that known that the Most High might change his mind. And you don't hear them fake Israelites say that. They don't have the spirit. That spirit, the spirit. So I like that. That was great to hear you say that. I yield.
Right, Thawada. And it's like, they always want to shout out 2/3. Oh, they're gonna be the 2/3. They get into an argue with someone because they don't agree with them. Oh yeah, let's throw some curses at them. You want to throw some? Yeah, let's throw some curses at them. They're gonna be part of the 2/3. They're gonna be 2/3 that's going down. When Christ returns, you're gonna be part of the 2/3. How do you know that you're not gonna be part of the 2/3? What makes you think that you ain't gonna be part of that 2/3 and not them? Come on, man. And with that, I'll pass the class over to Priest Officer of 50, the Pashkaya.
The S in class for his first time teaching. Clap it up for that. All right, the I.S.U.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.K started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come to the school, there are limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to set themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. My I.S.U.P.K, that means 10 in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest bond, free will offer priest not mandatory. Whatever amount you like to give. The next overcoming case is going to be the closing of the first fruits. The feast of the first fruits is going to be this upcoming Monday, sundown. You also can find this in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 10 to 23. Remind Alchemon walking in and check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pant, headband, and a scarf with that. Men Israel, Elijah, give one curse to the teacher. Men Israel, Elijah Sabbat, Elijah, Rock, Yahweh Shem Yahweh. Well, I just said in Hebrew, may the Most High, the name of Christ, bless you. Yah in the top, me hands down. And for the sisters online, we give one curse salute to the sisters online. Men Israel, Isupk, Barak.
Yahweh Shamar Aladaba Shem Yahushai.
While just said to the sisters, may the Most High watch over them in the name of Christ. Y'all your top me hands down, class dismissed.
Hey, the water for everyone that chimed in.
Yahanna bar Adawan. How about some y'all shop right
I got you.
For so long you've been sighing and crying, begging for justice, and here the Lord is bringing you justice right here to your streets.
CDIs.